Oh, digital disc. Look! I'm Pippi! Oh, man. What is this? Where does that come from? I don't know. I don't even try to do that. I always thought that if I would let my hair grow out, that it would look fabulous. You know, like you see those pictures of Fabio, and all the girls would just be swooning and, oh my God. But no, instead, I end up looking like a cross between Albert Einstein and Larry Fine. Whammo! Do you detect a hint of frustration in my tone this morning? Because there is. Many years ago, when I was at Rio Hondo College, I was kicking around this idea for a magazine-type show. And my friend, Max Bangwell, who, by the way, Max is not feeling well. He apparently smoked himself into a cancerous stupor, and he's trying to pull out of that. Everybody knows that smoking ain't allowed in school. He's learned his lesson. He's being a good boy now, and just sipping on sodas and water. Right, Max? Anyway, Max came up with this great idea that I should come up with a segment in the show called What's Bothering Mike? And I thought that was pretty good. Max is pretty sharp. Who can argue with genius? So I'm walking around in the desert this morning, and I'm thinking about opinions. The opinions people have, their worldview, their perspective on politics and religion, and this just incenses me. It drives me nuts. Okay? In the United States, and perhaps the world, I'm not sure where exactly the parameters begin and end on this, but I have been led to believe that there are anywhere from 200 to 600 sects of Christianity, either nationally or globally. 200 to 600. That means that there are 200 to 600 groups that are claiming to believe in the same guy or same guys, God and Jesus, but they don't uniformly agree amongst themselves. Now, this makes no sense whatsoever. It really doesn't. What it proves is that everybody has an opinion, but it doesn't prove that any of the opinions are right. I'll give them this. They are all kind of focused on the same thing and saying, we agree that this is most important, and that's a plus. But what happens when the guy comes back and says, okay, here I am, I'm the guy, now here's what I want you to do, and a minimum of 599 groups are going to say, no, if you were really the guy, you, our Bible tells us, would be saying this and doing that and also and this and that, but you're not doing those things, so we know that you're not the guy. Because our Bible tells us. You're possessed by the devil. We'll pray for you, brother. The reality is, if there is one guy with one perspective, and he is the center, the focus of this religious attention, again, you're going to have a minimum of 599 organizations and their respective congregants very unhappy. Maybe even 600. What if they're all wrong? And he says, well, here's what I really wanted, and here's what I really meant, and none of you got it. You project that out into the Muslim world and to the world of Judaism and all of their sects and divisionary perspectives. Man, what you find is that people have lost sight of what it is they're focusing on, really. I mean, you know, if God is as important as these people say he is, I would be very, very hesitant to put my foot down about any goddamn thing that I see in the scripture unless I had a frame of reference and some way to verify it absolutely. Faith is great. We all have to have faith. And we all do have faith in something. I have faith that the sun is going to come up tomorrow. And you know what? The reality is that based on what scientists are telling us, there's going to be a day when the sun doesn't come up. We'll probably be burned to a crisp before that happens, or we will die of frostbite. I don't know what the end result is going to be here, but we all have to have faith in something. Now, the atheists have faith. They have faith that God does not exist, and they base their faith on their opinion, the information that they have evaluated. It doesn't matter what they believe in. The fact of the matter is that they are taking a type of faith leap. Now, we do this same stupid thing with our politicians. We don't know what Barack Obama has been doing all day long any more than we did George Bush or Jimmy Carter or Bill Clinton. These guys are operating behind closed doors. We find out what the media tells us, and the media only finds out what the White House press release guys and the liaisons are telling them. We don't know. So you get this ADD, 2-minute or less news story about, the war in Iraq, or the war on terror, the war on drugs, or the policy on this or that or the other thing. And we form our opinions on that ADD news report. We don't have all the facts. And there's always a slant there, and then they give us the popularity reports. Well, 71% approve of the president, and you don't think that kind of sways people's opinions a little bit? Well, if everybody else is thinking that he's doing a good job, he must be doing a good job. They play with this stuff, man. They really play with this stuff, and it works on our brains in ways that we have no idea. We're not even conscious of how it's hitting us. Most of us. I'm conscious of it, and even a lot of it probably goes right over my head, because if you're unaware of what you're unaware of, then you'll be completely unaware of how you were made to be unaware of it, or never warmed up to what it is you're unaware of. You cannot be aware of things you don't understand or can't see or don't know. They give us topics to bicker over. I'm a conservative, I'm a liberal, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. You know what? That's all bullshit too. Two sides of a pendulum going back and forth, and when it swings one way and people have had plenty, when it's falling apart this way, we need a change, and then it swings back over here, and we get 4 to 8 years of that bullshit, and we need a change, and back and forth and back and forth. You know what? The one thing that both parties agree on is that the other guys suck. So, if that's the only thing they both agree on, I'm going to say that's the only thing I'm even going to consider as being within the ballpark of reasonable reality. Anyway, I've complained enough this morning. I'm not sure this came out the way I wanted it to. I just wanted to document something. I like to stir the pot a little bit. Somebody posted one of those memes. Is that what it's called? A meme or a meme? Something about stirring the shit pot. If you do it, you have to lick the spoon. Here, have some. You can lick the bowl out too. I'm not stirring the shit pot to start controversy. I would like to put this controversy to bed. And by the way, with respect to liberals and conservatives and the Constitution and all that shit that they're fighting over, the Constitution is a conservative document protecting liberal freedoms. So where are you going to stand on that? Okay, I'm good and crabby today. So there you go. I love you guys. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do anymore. I don't want to be offensive. I don't want to offend my friends or put them off. I don't want to put off people that might potentially or otherwise like me. I'm trying to entertain you, but I'm also trying to give you a perspective that you kind of, hey, I never thought of that. That's right. And, I'm not all that original. Sometimes I lock into things that... they're just so fucking obvious, man. I don't know why everybody else doesn't get it. And there is a method here. I am certain of it. I would like to change the world, and I want to change it for the better. I would like to cause the greatest improvement for the most amount of people that would last the longest period of time. And call me crazy. I think it can be done. I think there's an infrastructure for doing it, but everybody's got to kick in. And wouldn't that be a miracle, sort of? It would be like a miracle, and that's good enough. That's the whole idea of politics and religion, is to get like-minded people thinking together. And I'm looking for the components that bring people together. Politics and religion are a necessary thing in the structure of a large community-based social existence. So we have to have some guidelines. We've got to have a few rules. What's going on now is just horseshit. I mean, we can't We can't even expect that in any given year from here on out, expect that we're going to be able to fulfill our constitutional obligations to ourselves in the most basic and fundamental laws there are in equal rights, privileges, protections, and immunities. And they're passing fucking rules about cell phones like it matters. They're going to address more shortfalls and more violations and more potential safety issues with more rules, and we can't even keep the original rules. We don't even agree on who God is anymore. So how the fuck are new laws going to help us? They don't. But you know what they do help? They do help the people who are very slowly reaching into your pockets. They do. With this legislation that hits everybody for $50, $100, $200, $300, $500, $2,000 for a DUI. I mean, there's ways of getting rid of these problems, I believe, and you will have to have some rules, but they've just gone haywire. It's too much. It's way too much. All right, I said I was going to sign out before. I'm signing out now. Goodbye. Have a nice time. I believe I'll shake 'em